Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. In this video, we will solve together a problem related to the natural logarithmic function. Here is a given of the problem. So we have a function f defined as f of x equal n cube x over x minus x plus 1. See its representative curve. We have to calculate limit f of x as x goes to plus infinity, limit f of x plus x minus 1 as x goes to plus infinity, etc. Here they deduce the asymptotes. Study the relative positions of D and C. They deduce that C admits an inflection point I to be determined. The curve phi below represents the function u defined over 0 plus infinity as calculate A so that A1 minus 2 belongs to phi, to the curve of the function u. Study the sign of u of x. Given A of x equal 3 ln square x minus ln cube x minus x square, verify that A prime of x equal u of x. Show that the equation this is e of x equals 0 admits a unique root alpha such that alpha between 0.68 and 0.69, and study the sign of e of x. Prove that f of alpha equals 3 ln square alpha over alpha minus 2 alpha plus 1, and calculate f of alpha if alpha equal 0.687. Verify that f prime of x equal ax over x square. Set up the table of variation. Prove that f of x equals 0 admits two roots, and construct C and D. Yalla. First question. We are going to calculate limit f of x as x goes to plus infinity. What is f of x? Ln cube x over x minus x plus 1. So limit f of x as x goes to plus infinity is the limit of ln cube x over x minus x plus 1 as x goes to plus infinity. How much is this limit? This limit, the limit of ln cube x over x as x goes to plus infinity is 0, since x is faster than ln cube x. Here x goes to plus infinity minus x, so this is minus infinity. Limit f of x as x goes to limit f of x plus x minus 1 as x goes to plus infinity. We have to add to f of x plus x minus 1 minus x plus x simplified plus 1 minus 1 cancelled. So we still have limit ln cube x over x as x goes to plus infinity. Okay, this is what? 0. Limit f of x as x goes to 0 plus f of x as x goes to 0 plus. How to write f of x? We write ln cube x over x, 1 over x times ln cube x. 1 over x goes to plus infinity, ln cube x goes to minus infinity, minus x goes to 0, plus infinity times minus infinity equals minus infinity. The asymptotes, in part B, we are going to write the equations of the asymptotes. Here as x goes to plus infinity minus infinity, possibility of oblique asymptote, limit f of x plus x minus 1 equals 0. Then we conclude what? Y equal minus x plus 1 oblique asymptote. Y equal minus x plus 1 oblique asymptote, because here limit f of x minus yd minus yd. Minus yd is x minus 1, yd equal minus x plus 1. And limit f of x as x goes to 0 equal minus infinity. This means what? The curve of the function f admits a vertical asymptote x equals 0. The third question was, study the relative positions of d and c. yc minus yd, this is f of x plus 1 minus 1. f of x is ln cube x over x minus x plus 1, so this is ln cube x over x. Same sign as ln cube x because x is positive. yc minus yd equals 0 leads to ln cube x equals 0, same sign as ln x, but it admits 1 as a triple root. If we solve the equation ln cube x equals 0, it means ln x times ln x times ln x equals 0. Ln x equals 0, x equals 1. Ln x equals 0, x equals 1. We got 1 3 times. So 1 is a root of order 3. Triple root. Sign of ln x between 0 1 negative, between 1 plus infinity positive, and that one equal to 0. Over 0 1 c is below d, and over 1 plus infinity c is above d. D cuts c at the point I of abscissa 1, which is a triple root, hence d is tangent to c at I. I1 f of 1 is 0, so I1 0. Since the tangent to c at I cuts c, the tangent to c at the point I is tangent to the curve from both sides, then I is an inflection point of c. The curve of the function u passes through the point a of coordinates 1, minus 2. So u of 1 equal minus 2. U of 1 is 6 ln 1 minus 3 ln square 1 minus a 1 square equal minus 2. Substitute ln 1 0, ln 1 0, minus a equal minus 2, a equals 2. Since the curve of the function u is below x prime x, then u of x is negative for every x. E of x equal 3 ln square x minus ln cube x minus x square. E prime of x, we have to prove that E prime of x equal u of x in part f. E prime of x, what's the derivative of 3 ln square x? This is the form of y equal a u to the power n. The derivative is n a u n minus 1 times u prime. So this is 6 ln x times 1 over x. 6 ln x over x. Here 3 ln square x over x minus 2x. Then E prime of x equal u of x. This is u of x. This is u of x. E prime of x equals u of x, then E prime of x is negative, therefore the function E is strictly decreasing. Over 0 plus infinity, the function E is continuous and strictly decreasing. And since E prime of x equal u of x is negative, because E prime of x is negative, the function is strictly decreasing. Limit E of x as x goes to 0 plus. As x goes to 0 plus, this is how much? Ln x minus infinity ln square x plus infinity, ln x minus infinity ln cube x minus infinity, minus infinity, this plus infinity, then finally plus infinity. Limit E of x as x goes to plus infinity, we take x squared common factor, because this is infinity minus infinity undetermined form. 3 ln square x over x square, ln cube x over x square. 3 ln square x over x square is 0 because x square is faster than 3 ln square x, so this is 0, 0, minus 1. X square plus infinity times 1 minus infinity. What do we conclude? We conclude that E of x changed the sign. So e of x changes the sign from plus infinity to minus infinity. Then e of x equals 0 admits a unique root. Admits a unique root alpha. Okay. How to find an approximation of alpha? We calculate of e of 0.68 and e of 0.69 because we have to prove that alpha between 0.69 and 0.68 and 0.69. Their product is negative, so alpha between 0.68. Making use of your calculator, you can calculate e of 0.68 and e of 0.69. What's the sign of e of x? E of x decreases from plus infinity to minus infinity at alpha 0. Then for all x between 0 alpha, e of x is positive, and for x greater than of alpha, e of x is negative. Okay, here we have the numbers greater than 0, here numbers less than 0. So e of x plus minus. F of alpha, we have to prove what? We have to prove that f of alpha equals 3 ln square alpha minus 2 alpha plus 1. We know that f of x is ln cube x over x minus x plus 1. Okay, from first look, we have to get rid of ln cube alpha. Let us see. F of alpha equal ln cube alpha over alpha minus alpha plus 1, but 3 ln square alpha minus alpha cube minus alpha square equals 0 because alpha is the root of e of x. So ln cube alpha equals 3 ln square alpha minus alpha square. Substitute, instead of ln cube alpha, substitute 3 ln square alpha minus alpha square over alpha. 3 ln squared alpha over alpha minus alpha squared over alpha. It means minus alpha. And minus alpha, this is minus 2 alpha plus 1. Okay. F of 0.67, making use of your calculator, you can find the answer, which is approximately equal 0.235. F prime of x. How to find f prime of x? F of x is ln cube x over x minus x plus 1. Okay? Ln cube x over x has the form u over v. U over v, u prime v minus u v prime over v square. The derivative of ln cube x is the 3 ln square x times u prime times 1 over x. Okay, this is u prime. V is x. So we multiply by x minus u v prime. V prime is 1. So u minus u v prime, it means ln cube x. Minus 1, the derivative of minus x is minus 1. Making a common denominator, we get e of x over x square. Okay, this is f prime of x equal e of x over x square. F prime of x takes the sign of e of x. The function f, table of variation. The derivative is same sign as e of x, and the sign of e of x is the sign of e of x between 0 alpha positive, alpha plus infinity negative. Then the function is increasing, decreasing. Limit as x goes to 0, already proved minus infinity, and as x goes to plus infinity, alpha, f of alpha. Okay? We have f of alpha positive over f of alpha is positive because f of alpha is approximately equal 0.23, etc. F of alpha is positive. Here the function is increasing between over 0 alpha, increasing from negative to positive. Then the curve cuts x prime x, and over alpha plus infinity from positive to negative, the curve cuts x prime x. Then the equation f of x equals 0 admits two roots. x1 and x2. And remember that the point 10, the inflection point, and for x equal 1, f of x equals 0. Then x1 less than alpha less than x2, which is equal to 1. Curve 0 minus infinity as x approaches to 0 plus minus infinity here till alpha, f of alpha is 0.68, f of alpha 0.23. Let us see. Here is the D, the straight line y equal minus x plus 1. Okay, this is the first part from minus infinity to f of alpha. The second part, okay, then this is the inflection point I. This is the inflection point I. Okay, and at plus infinity, the straight line D is an oblique asymptote. So this straight line is an oblique asymptote and tangent to the curve at the same time at the inflection point. Here we have another inflection point here or here. This is an inflection point. Thanks for following and good luck.